Hey guys, today I'm gonna be bringing you a video on the most efficient army to attack with. I normally use this for farming, and it's one of the most effective ways of farming because it's the quickest, most efficient in terms of time, uh, and it's known as BAM. So for this attack strategy, I like to use 2 barracks filled with barbarians, 2 barracks with archers, and I like to put 15 minions in each barracks, and then I like to use those. So now I'm going to show you a few attacks I've done, just to show you how to use the attack strategy. And yeah, so I did this raid, and when I found this gold, I found it an easy target, and I started to find that Crystal 3 is a good spot for Tunnel 10s. So first of all, you must start by using your archers to take out the outlying buildings. This will enable your barbarians and archers later to go freely into the base because there will be less outlying buildings. So after they do this, I'm just gonna speed it up a bit. Okay, so I took out the giant bomb. Then I dropped my barbarians, and unfortunately they got killed by giant bombs. But then I started dropping my troops quickly, and I utilized the mass amount of troops by using rage spells. And it's really good if you can use rage spells. With minions, it's very effective. So you can see I ended up getting all the gold from this base, except 1,000 or so. But I ended up getting most of it. And then at the end, I dropped my king, clan castle, and my queen to try and mop up and try to get to the dark elixir. But unfortunately, I couldn't get to it. So yeah, that's the raid. And I ended up getting 318,000 gold and not that much elixir, but I was going for gold that raid. So this next raid I'm going to show you is another BAM. And note, in these raids I never had to use any spells and my heroes. But if you look with this attack strategy with BAM, you want to try and look for collector bases because these are the easiest to pick off. And if you can find them, they'll be the most effective to farm and the least time consuming. Because an attack strategy like BAM, it's harder to get into the center. So your loot gain will be less. So yeah, I just tried to mop up these two gold mines, and after that I dropped a few minions just to try and take out that mine because it was being pesky. Now I just wanted to take the trophies, so I dropped 2 minions on the town hall. Now normally with when you're farming with BAM, you're using minions, so you want to try and preserve your minions because it saves a bit of dark elixir. So here I saved 10 minions, and with level 6 minions that's 110 dark elixir for 10 minions. So I saved that much, and now I have to train less for my next raid, so I can raid in a quicker amount of time. Now I just ended up taking those, And there you can see 332,000 gold, 233,000 elixir, and 3,500 dark elixir. That's not too shabby. The next raid I want to show you is a BAM raid where you have to go into the core. But if you're gonna go into a core, choose a base that's easier. Like for example, I chose this base because it was easy and accessible. The loot was very simple and it was all in the center. So guys, if you're gonna make a base like this, I strongly urge you not to do this because there's no separation between the storages, and if someone does what I did, they can take all your loot. So I just dropped a few minions there to take out all the air bombs in the area, and then I continued to drop my bobs and archers. Now with BAM I normally rush it, and you see I use the rage there, and you see the minions are most effective with the rage. Watch what they do. After I send in my king and queen, and if you see I let them die, but BAM is an army that's not too reliant on your heroes, so I really did not need them. That's why I let them die. BAM is only reliable on your heroes if you're using BAM in higher leagues like Masters or Crystal 1. But once you get to that stage, you really stop using BAM, because I find BAM to be most effective from Gold League to about 2400, and that's when it starts to get a bit harder to raid those bases for resources. So yeah, my queen just took out these storages and then I ended the battle. But that's not a bad amount of loot for the troops that I used, and it's a relatively cheap army, and if you can do this, it's not too bad. The last raid I'm going to show you is a bot raid, but the difference between bot and BAM is not that big, as it's only the only difference is the minions, and I only use 30 minions, so it's not that big of a difference. I just want to show you what you should expect from both types of raids. Here I dropped a rage spell just to try and make it easier for my archers to get the loot, because I was afraid of that mortar taking out my archers in one shot. And then as you can see, botch I think is easier to master because there's less thought that goes into the raid, whereas when you use BAM you have to think of the right time to deploy your air troops, and you have to be careful of air bombs and all those things. But this wasn't too bad of a raid, and overall I took 355,000 gold and 311,000 elixir, 477 dark elixir. So that's, if I was using minions, I would have already paid for my minions. So it's a good attack strategy. Guys, that has been my BAM tutorial to show you how to use BAM. Like, comment, subscribe, and please share this video. Thanks for watching. Khan out.